manufacturing is one of the key topics that we have in our strategic agenda in IT manufacturing, and there's a lot of processes affected by the requirements of being more sustainable and being more respectful for the environment. You have some examples here, so how to improve the improving the manufacturing processes, zero waste, closing the material loops, reduce the cost and increase the profitability, improve the material and in the energy use in intensive processes, increase the lifetime. So there is a lot of things that can be addressed in the green manufacturing area within the manufacturing industries. And that's why this year we wanted to focus this Teaching Factories competition for 2022 on that topic, green manufacturing challenges. And that's what we are looking for. We are looking for challenges from industrial companies on this topic, on green manufacturing, which can be solved by teams of students coming from universities and vocational and educational training schools, which can provide good ideas, innovative solutions, and of course, very good insight on those real challenges that the companies have. That's why within using the Teaching Factories concept, that's why we have established this program of Teaching Factories Competition 2022. Then, so as mentioned, what we are looking for is organizations that participate, industrial companies related to manufacturing, and not only EIT manufacturing members. So this is open to any company related to the manufacturing activities in Europe, which can have these challenges on green manufacturing. And we will select up to 5 challenges to be solved by the teams of students. I will go afterwards into detail about the different teams of students. Companies will also provide mentoring to the teams of students. So this is also one of the requirements of the call that we have launched, so that this interaction between the companies and also the students is as close as possible, so that they can learn from the real examples and from the real activities that the companies are developing. And in case of the organizations, those selected challenges will receive funding. They will receive 15,000 euros for supporting this activity with the teams of students, and also for financing the organization of the different activities within the call. And we will also give visibility to these companies, providing these good industrial and green manufacturing challenges to these initiatives. So these companies will also participate in different events, actions, and initiatives that we will launch from EIT Manufacturing to promote the Teaching Factories and also the challenges itself. This is from the organization side. Then this call has, as mentioned, this has two targets. The second one are the universities and the vocational education training schools. So not only universities, but also the vocational training is very important in manufacturing sector. So we want also to get the vocational education training center schools involved in these initiatives. So there is also a call open in which the universities or the vocational, the VET schools can select, can appoint up to 2 teams with 5 members for each team in order to be matched with these challenges that will be selected for the companies, and try to address them and try to solve them, and work together within the team, together with the university professors, and together with the companies in order to solve those challenges. So students will have around 8 weeks for addressing these challenges during May and June. So by the end of June will be the estimated delivery date of the results, and they will need to define some deliverables in which they can show how they have addressed these challenges, and they will need to prepare a pitch for a pitching session in which they will present how they have addressed these challenges, what kind of solutions have they proposed, or just to show any kind of demonstrator, any kind of activity in order to solve the challenge proposed by the companies, right? Those best performing teams for each challenge will be receive a prize. There are prizes for those performing teams, and the best one from each single challenge will go to the what we have called the award ceremony, so the final competition, in which they will need to compete and to show to an external jury about how they have addressed the corresponding challenge, and the best ones, the first, the second, and the third one, will be also given a prize. There are 9,000 euros in prizes for the best teams, and the details of the different categories are detailed in the text of the. Of course, those teams will also receive an increased visibility in all our events, in all our activities, our network, so that we can, as happens with the companies, this can also provide them more visibility, and this can also promote more the teaching factories and the benefits that the teaching factories can have. Now, I would like to share with you one key news, and we are announcing it right now, that according to the initial deadlines that we fixed for the companies, in order to foster the participation and also to allow more people to know about the teaching factories concept and to know about that, I think it's been very beneficial to extend one more week the initial deadline. So companies will now have time until the end of March, until the 30th of March, for submitting their applications, and universities one more week until the 6th of April. Okay, so one more week from the initial deadline that was established, and both applications will close at midday, those specific dates. And this will for sure will be beneficial for you, for the potential participants, to explore more in detail the teaching factories concept, so to address it more, and to have more time for preparing your applications. So all the information and the website and the different dates will be updated. Some of this information is already up to date, but we would want to announce it right now during this info session, so that you are aware that you will have one more week for preparing the applications. Right? Then, with this in mind, so the calls will close on the 13th of March and the 30th of March, and the 6th of April, both for the companies and for the universities. So those challenges will be selected from the companies, and the solver teams will be matched to these challenges in order to start working, so to have the results of the call before the Easter break, if possible, and start working by the end of April, where we want also to organize a big kick-off event in which we will, we will give the start to this initiative. We will also want, so we will also have the participation of the institutional speakers from different organizations that will also support or give institutional support to the Teaching Factories competition and the Teaching Factories initiative. And of course, the selected challenges and selected solver teams will also participate here, and will be also, this will be the initial event to start working, and then the solver teams and companies will need to interact together during the 8 weeks after this event, in order to solve the challenge, so that we can have the results by the end of June 2022. Okay, companies and universities and solver teams will work autonomously, so we will not prescribe the ways of working. So this will be a decision between the companies, the universities, and the solver teams, so that they can approach and that they can address the different challenges accordingly. Then, as mentioned, when after the summer, so during the summer, we will do the evaluation of different results, and after the summer, those best performing teams, which will participate in individual pitching sessions for each one of the challenges, sorry, they will also be addressed by a jury, and they will be given a prize for those individual challenges, and the best performing ones will go to the award ceremony around October. By the end of the year 2022, the date is to be confirmed and will be announced in due time. How can you apply? So we have tried to create an application as easy as possible, having the right information, so all the necessary details that we need for addressing the challenges, and also for addressing the best performing solving teams. And this is an online application process, which is done through Submittable, to the Submittable portal that we have in EIT Manufacturing. The links will be provided in the last slide, so don't worry for that. And there you have access to the application form, which is a simple application forms in which we ask you for some details about the challenges and some information about the organization which is submitting the application. In order to do the application, you need to create a Submittable account. You can do it with Google, you can do it with your working address. It's very easy. It's a very simple step, and the application form is a very easy form to be filled in not a lot of time. Some points that you need to take into account in order to apply to the initiative. This is an online form. The PIC number is mandatory for each organization, so each organization should be registered in the participant register of the European Commission. You have the link there. If your company is not registered, many of the companies taking part in European actions are already registered. So, and this process is also very simple, but this is also needed for evaluating your proposals. So we will ask you about organization data and some open questions about what is the challenge, what's the industrial process that you are putting in place in order to solve to propose this challenge on green manufacturing. This is for the industrial side, but for the universities, we will ask you a little bit of information about how many activities have you collaborated with industries, if you are doing this kind of challenge-based activities within your institutions, how many courses are related to green manufacturing, this kind of information to analyze your proposal and to select the best performing. There is a section also to include additional information that you want to add. This is not mandatory and will not be evaluated. It's just as a for supporting information to give more details on the different challenge or the different institutions. So there is a section in which you can include this information, and there is also a limit of characters in each section. So we want you to focus on the answers and not to writing a lot of pages, because I think that with when a clear description about the different challenges and the different teams that are participating will be more than enough to address that and to select the best ones. So you can access to the online forms and check these different fields. And in case you have any question, don't hesitate to reach us. That's what we have here in this last slide. So this presentation will be also shared with you, and here you will find the access to the Teaching Factories Competition website, to the call text for companies and for universities and vocational education schools, the application forms and the links to the application forms in the Submittable app. And in case you have any question, any doubt, any comment, or if you want to share with you and with us any view on this initiative, please don't hesitate to contact us at tfcompetition@eitmanufacturing.eu, where you can get in touch with us, and we will answer you to all your questions and all your needs regarding the participation in the Teaching Factories Competition 2022. So we are approaching the 12:45, which was the expected time for this session. I think we don't have now a lot of time for questions and answers, so I invite you to put your questions into the email tfcompetition@eitmanufacturing.eu, where we will interact with you and answer that. And so my last message to you is to thank you for participating here, and we encourage you to apply now for this teaching competition 2022 on green manufacturing. Remember that the deadline has been extended 1 more week for each of the categories for the for the companies until the end of March, the 13th March, and for the universities and vocational education centers until the 6th of April. So don't hesitate to contact us for any question. Thank you very much. Good luck in the submission, and have a great day. A very big thank you to all the speakers that participated today, to all the participants, and looking forward to receiving your applications and see you in future events. Thank you very much, and have a good day.